everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm making a video to talk about my relationship with COVID and my relationship with the vaccine, my relationship with conspiracy theory, my relationship with my heart, following my heart over my head, getting caught up in fears first, accepting and embracing the world that we live in. How do I begin to talk about this subject? I even got pen and paper so I could draw you pictures as well. So I made a video after I got the vaccine to let you all know that I got the vaccine. And what was the response? Remember, we are a spiritual community. As a spiritual community, what is our behavior? Our behavior is to rip people apart for following their heart. Our behavior is to say, hello, don't you know? They, them are watching us. The nanites. I'm a psychic person. I'm an energy healer. Did you ever think that it would be hard for me to expose myself as somebody who is going against the grains of the spiritual community and getting a vaccine? Did you ever think that I had thought about this for months? Did you ever think that I could take a look into the bigger picture of what's going on here in my own time, in my own space, that I could spend plenty of time talking to my higher self and exploring what felt right to me? So getting a vaccine isn't something I just decided to do. It's something that I explored. It's something that we should all explore because it's part of our reality. Now, there is so much disturbing information out there, and over the years, I have explored conspiracy theory in my own time. And in exploring it, I have yet to come across the evil, the dark cabal, the reptilian shapeshifters, the clones. Now, I wonder, what is it in our human race that is inspiring us to fall into this strange pit of chaos and fear and insecurity and powerlessness? Where is this coming from? What is the motivation of this? So, when COVID happened, I too was like everybody else with the eye roll. Oh, how convenient. How convenient. Now we have a serious condition where the human race can be mass controlled, and now we wear masks. Nobody can see each other's faces. We are encouraged to stay as far away from each other as we could get, at least 6 feet. You know, these are the perfect set of rules for torture. And this is the perfect condition for a pharmaceutical company to make big money. I am well aware that the pharmaceutical company isn't necessarily coming out with solutions. It's coming out with band-aids. And I too am disappointed in that. So I was annoyed, to say the least, but I accepted it, and I accepted all the soul's way of working through that experience. And I knew there was more to it than this, because as a human being, it's very easy to fall into judgment. It's very easy to assess a situation in a certain way. We have, as a collective, a lot of growing to do, and the human race is full of insecurity. Of all the people that I have taken a look into, they're people. They do not oftentimes have an agenda that they are consciously aware of. They are just aware of taking care of themselves first as number one. Interestingly enough, the spirit realm is encouraging us to ask our heart what it is we want to get out of this life and follow through with that. And how that makes other people feel is their experience. It's not about other people, it's about yourself. How peculiar, because I find that to be a selfish way of behaving. However, I do understand the value of it. I'm a human being that is growing and developing. And over the last year, I have taken a lot of time, not just a day, not just a moment of time. I've taken a lot of time to investigate, which I found quite interesting, how my mind can perceive it one way and my heart can show me another way. So I am here because I followed my heart. Now, why did my heart guide me to getting a vaccine? How do I want to answer that? All I can say is there was a lot of different moments that came up and introduced me to the idea many times. And I did ask myself the question, am I more afraid of coronavirus or am I more afraid of the vaccine? I'm not really afraid of coronavirus. I am afraid of the vaccine. Well, why are you afraid of the vaccine? Because of all these potentials, all these question marks. Was COVID a laboratory creation that was a gift to everybody in order to control the masses, etc.? Is that how I want to live my life? Is that living? The question is, what is life? What is this blip in time that is this moment in Earth history? How are we changing the world by sulking in these disgusting emotions, negativity, judgments? How are we helping each other? How are we encouraging a wave of constant vibrational negativity, collective negativity, because we just don't like it, because we want answers that we can't get? We'll never get those answers because, again, we have to look inside ourselves. Let the stuff go. All right. Something told me after all of this and doing journeys into the coronavirus, which was a divine gift, was a blessing of change for our human race, was an opportunity for us to go this direction or that direction. We would either work together or we would work separately. And depending on how the human race would work through this experience would then determine what happens next. How did we work through the experience? Was there all the countries working together to come up with a single vaccine? Or was it separate? Who's going to come up? Which country is going to come up with a vaccine first? Is it all about money making? Yeah, to a degree, isn't it? It is about money making. The human race still cannot figure out how to work together. And I make a video about getting the vaccine, and now the spiritual community is attacking me and questioning my logic here when I'm simply following my heart. My heart is asking me to challenge myself to explore this phenomenon and see what happens. So I'm exploring the phenomenon. I'm going to see what happens. And I'm still here. Nothing has harmed my psychic ability. Nothing has harmed me. I've journeyed into the vaccine itself. I can read energy patterns. I'm extremely gifted at what I do. And I felt safe with it. I actually felt like the human race did a really good job. And I'm proud of the human race for coming up with that vaccine, because there isn't the type of mischief, the type of evil, the type of technology that everybody is thinking that's in it, in our metaphysical genre. There's none of that in there. It's literally exactly what it is. It's the best that we could come up with in the circumstances. And it is a moneymaker. Now I actually get to be here as a spokesperson, somebody who took the vaccine, somebody who's psychic, and now I can show you that it is not going to hurt your psychic ability. Now I can challenge all of you out there to think in a new way, to let go of your hate and judgment and negativity and follow your heart instead of your head. You can agree with me and disagree with me. That's entirely your choice. And perhaps that's what the Arcturians were saying. At the end of that message, I showed you guys a picture of two people. There's person A giving and person B receiving. Person A and person B do not owe anything to each other. You give because you want to. You receive nothing in return, and that's perfectly fine, unless you just don't want to give to this person anymore. So I'm just simply giving my perspective. I'm giving my experience. So you get to do whatever you want with that. But now I'm receiving interpretation, and I feel inspired to give. So you get to do whatever you want with this too. So I'm going to pause for a minute, because I am going to come up with other videos, and I want to do energy work for those people who are interested in getting the vaccine in order to help your body feel safe with the experience, help your body to learn how to translate what's in the vaccine so that you can have the most effective experience after getting the vaccine. I have the power. The power is here. I'm not here to teach you to be afraid, to teach you to follow conspiracy, to teach you judgmental behaviors. I too am human. I too get judgmental. I did when first coronavirus came out. I didn't like the mess. I didn't like the whole rhythm of the whole thing. But time has passed, and following my heart. So, anything else? Anything else? I love all of you, whether you take the vaccine, whether you don't take the vaccine, whether you dislike me for this, whether you call me a sleep, whether you, whatever. And thank you so much for giving this message a chance. And I wish you all a very amazing rest of your day. There will be more videos on this topic to come.